Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Sorry for the lighting. I'm still getting used to this. I need to go and get one of those ring lights. I'm probably going to go to that Five Below because I don't have a lot of funds. I'm not going to spend a lot of money on a real fancy setup or anything because I'm just simply sitting here talking to you guys. But I do want to present it better. So I mean, I'm going to go and try to get a little ring light so I can get better lighting for you. I was going to sit outside and do my video today, but it has been so hot and muggy today. I was outside today, had some appointments, some doctor's appointments, and some running around to do. And it was just so hot. You know, it was one of those days where when you're outside, you know it's warm, but you're busy. So you're going with the flow. You're not like really paying much mind to just incredibly how hot it is. But then you come in the house and like I was saying in a couple of my videos, I'm a sweater. Oh my gosh, there was just sweat. Jammer, my cat is talking. Um or I'm sorry, I had sweat going everywhere. So I decided it was better for me to stay in the house in the air conditioning and make my little tape. Or my video, rather. I'm sorry. And forgive me if you hear Jammer in the background. He's talking. Even the cat was unhappy in the heat. He slept all day and he was behaving himself and being so good until I was about to start recording. And then he wants to be bad. So, oh well, he's too cute. I can't stop him. So, if you hear him meowing in the background, that's just little Jammer making himself known. Well, anyway, on to the topic at hand. I was talking about it briefly in a couple of my videos previously that I had some bad reactions to some medication I was on. And I figured that I would give an update on that today because it was brought up a topic that was really important to me. And I wanted to share it with anyone that might be going through something similar. And that is taking pain medication as prescribed and the use of Narcan. Basically, I am on two different opioids for pain that I have. I have a really bad back. I think in one of my getting to know you videos, I explained that I actually hurt my back when I was working in a workers' comp office. And my cat, he's unbelievable. I hurt my back when I was working in a workers' comp office, and ever since then, I've had a really bad back. Well, I've been back and forth through physical therapist and just dealing with the pain, working with chiropractors. Now I'm going the route with pain management where I'm on pain medications and I go and I see a pain management. I really like my pain management doctor. She's very nice. I trust her very much. And they monitor my medications. And I'm not going to name the medications I'm on, but they're not your typical run-of-the-mill medications that you think of typically when people are on opioids. But at any rate, I had recently started a new one because I wasn't getting a lot of relief with the one main medication that I was on. So my doctor decided to put me on another medication. And I was on it for about 2 months, and I hadn't really received much relief from it. So we spoke, and she decided at that time that she was going to up it. Double it, the dosage. So I was basically going from 50 milligrams twice a day up to 100 milligrams twice a day. And I got scared of the 100 milligrams twice a day. So I decided that I was going to cut the pills in half and only take half the dosage. Well, I know what you're probably thinking. That's ridiculous because you were already on 50 milligrams. So when you cut it in half, you'd only be taking the exact same dosage that you were already on. And you would be correct. I was misinformed. I assumed I was on 25 milligrams twice a day to begin with. And then I was going from 25 milligrams twice a day up to 100 milligrams twice a day. And I thought that was a big jump. I misunderstood what she said. And in reality, what I did was I took an extended release medication tablet, cut it in half, and what I did was, when I did that, I changed its effectiveness. I basically took it and made it from an extended release to an immediate release. And it caused me to have serious side effects. And when I'm talking serious side effects, I mean serious side effects. I was completely confused, which I'm always a little confused to begin with, honestly. But I was much more confused than I normally am. I was having a hard time putting my thoughts together. I was having a hard time putting sentences together, which was funny because I was still able to make my videos. And in fact, I actually went back and rewatched a couple of my videos to make sure that I was making sense, because I thought, good grief, I'm probably coming off like a complete lunatic. But I did rewatch two of my videos, and they sounded actually well, so I was able to keep those. Um, so the other side effect I was having was much more serious. I was literally forgetting to breathe. My body was forgetting to breathe. It did not feel the need to breathe. So I would be sitting there having a conversation with someone, and I would literally not, my body would, like, it was shutting itself down. I would not feel the need to breathe. And my mind knew, Kelly, you're not breathing. You need to be breathing. But there was no response in my body. I could literally feel my chest go still, and there was no movement. And it was very confusing. It was like I was well aware of what was going on, but I had no control over my body. It was very frightening. And I was on my way to work, and the symptoms got really strong. And I, luckily and very intelligently with me, I was able to put my thoughts together enough to know that should not be working, because I was not feeling myself at all. So I had a friend drive me to work, and she's a sweetheart. She's a wonderful person. She actually turned back around and brought me home. And I had called ahead and spoke with my boyfriend and told him that I was having bad side effects, which I had been having the night before, because I had stopped breathing in my sleep. I was able to wake myself up. Yes, that's a real thing. I have stopped breathing in my sleep plenty of times because I do have sleep apnea. That is a real thing. It's a frightening feeling when you suddenly feel yourself stop breathing, and your mind just knows and wakes you up instinctually to tell you, hey, get up, you're not breathing. So I had made mention to him the night before that I was feeling a bit off. So, like a sweetheart, he stayed up all night and watched me sleep. And I thought maybe it was just a extreme panic attack I was having. And then I took the medication the next day and had another episode. And then I was able to deduce that it was not a panic attack I was having. It was obviously a reaction to the medication that I was having. And Jammer, come here. And it was the medication that I was taking. So I quickly made a call to my doctor's office, and I had to leave a message with the on-call doctor. And then I called my pharmacist and explained my situation. And that's when they alerted me that in error, when I broke my pill in half, that I had broke the extended release seal and turning it into immediate release. And that's why I was having the reaction that I was having. So they advised me not to take the pill for the rest of the night, to make sure that my breathing was okay, and that if my symptoms were to change at all, to go to the emergency room. So I just stayed home, and I was watched over very kindly by my boyfriend, and I was looking out for my symptoms. And the next day I got on the phone and got proactive and spoke with my doctors, and we addressed the situation. I immediately after that was given Narcan, and was given Narcan to bring home to have in my possession, so that if there was ever an instance of an accidental or intentional overdose, that there would be medication readily available in the home to bring me back in case of an overdose. Um, I, of course, would never intentionally do anything to cause myself to overdose, but accidents can happen. People read medications or forget that they take dosages and bring things too close together, and accidents can happen. And you certainly don't want to alarm the people that love you and live with you, or if God forbid you lived alone, I don't know what you would do. Hopefully you would have some sort of safety measures in place, maybe a neighbor or a friend that calls you and keeps an eye on you. I shudder to even think of what would happen if I lived alone. That's truly frightening. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about the importance of taking your medication as directed. I'm sure a lot of you don't need me, no one, someone you don't even know, to tell you that. But I took matters in my own hands and thought I was doing myself some good in preventing a large doses of medication. I ended up doing more harm. Sometimes you unintentionally do yourself more harm than good. But please take your medication as directed. And if you are on an opiate, as well as myself, I'm on opiates and benzos. If you are on a combination of both, please talk to your doctor or your provider about providing you with Narcan. It can be life-saving. It's definitely a good idea. It does not make you a drug abuser. It does not make you a drug addict. If there's any sort of stigma that comes with that, please relieve that from your mind. Nothing could be further from the truth. It's a safety measure, and it's there for your benefit. And please don't be afraid to take advantage of it. There's nothing wrong with getting trained and certified and learning to give Narcan. You could save not only the life of a loved one, but you could save the life of a stranger that you might see outside your window or in your building or in your direct vicinity that might be going through overdose. Please also look up symptoms of overdose and know those symptoms and be proactive about things like that. Accidents can happen in a heartbeat, and you want to be as well prepared for any situation as you possibly can. And that's the message I wanted to stress in my video today. Thankfully, I was okay. There was no need for Narcan, but I feel much better knowing that it's here in my home, that if I were to need it, that it would be at the ready for Mike to dispense to me if, God forbid, something happened and I needed to be administered Narcan. In the meantime, I'm going to always make sure that I speak with my doctors and take my medication as directed. I hope this message reaches out to whoever might need it. If you have any questions about your medication, remember it's your body. Don't hesitate. Don't feel that you're burdening your doctors. Call them many times. I myself was on the phone with my doctor 3 times today. I don't care if they were sick of hearing from me. If you need to know, then ask. That's how you get educated. I hope this video finds you well. I hope you're all doing well. If you're in the heat wave right now, I hope you're staying hydrated and staying cool and finding ways to keep yourself occupied while you're stuck in the house because it's too hot to be outside. And if you are outside, I hope you use protection from the sun and use your best judgment. Don't overdo it. And until I talk to you again, you all take care. Bye.